Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more 0 Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today's actually not even a single match. We've actually got a best of 7 on our hands between pretty much the two best players, which is ExCaL down in the south of 0 Hour. Carrier is over. That is the map. And ExCaL is playing as the purple GLA Tox. All the way up in the north, we have the mighty Big Size himself, and he is playing with the orange GLA Vanilla. So this tournament is the DeadMan's mode tournament. The grand final is the best of 7, so first to win 4 games. And it just happened yesterday, actually, just on the 18th of June. So very, very fresh and recent. Because there's not been a lot of high-level matches between the experts as of recently, as I said in a recent video. SiZe pretty much not playing pretty much at all. I saw him play a couple of games, like a challenge or something against Peace Lover, maybe like a week ago or something like that. But apart from that, SiZe's not been playing a hell of a lot on ExCal's activities dropped off as well, I think. Although I've seen him playing a few games here and there, so yeah, activity in 0 Hour for the higher level games at least seems to have dropped off a bit. So we've got a aggressive tunnel over here for SiZe, and he is probably going to win that engagement against this tunnel. A GLA Vanilla tunnel will always win an engagement against the Tox tunnel. You may think that's a little bit weird, but actually, and SiZe actually focused down the Rebel there. Very, very nice. And sending his own Rebel over here. Okay, very nice. He's denied that one as well. That's very, very nice from SiZe, actually. And oh, I was going to say that was a box decently in time, but there's a weird bug in 0 Hour, you know. If you click somewhere and then someone else builds a scaffold later, as long as that person doesn't re-click, as long as he's still clicked in that same position, he will just go through the scaffold. Same with like a supply truck and all that kind of stuff as well. So that's a bit of an annoyance there for SiZe, to say the least. ExCal's tunnel there does get denied, and his technical doesn't escape. Goes down to the Rebel there. But ExCal's work is nice and preserved, but SiZe has more map control. He's secured basically both oils here. That's really amazing there from SiZe, to be fair. Really, really smart play indeed. But yeah, a GLA Vanilla tunnel will always win an engagement against a unassisted Tox tunnel, because the Tox damage is basically next to 0. But the gun damage obviously does a lot more to build ends and will eventually take it down. So yeah, the battle can go on for a long time if both are being repaired by a worker. But eventually, yeah, the Tox tunnel will always go down. So, ExCaL bringing some technicals over here now. He's probably going to deny this worker, and he's also going to bring a Rebel for the oil. He's going to try and clear out that. Bit of a funky RPG inside of there. But SiZe has already thought about this. He's already made himself a Toxin Tractor. SiZe has boxed on his main. Second is still unboxed. SiZe does have control of the middle as well, apparently. And is that going to get in? Yeah, it is. I think ExCaL knows a weakness of SiZe is definitely his workers. Sending technicals just into his worker line and killing other workers. Most of the time, you will actually get in and kill him. And you'll notice that SiZe hasn't managed to actually kill any workers here of ExCaL. But saying that, though, he's got no workers collecting on his second. Because they're just idle. I think he's accidentally clicked them all and pressed stop or something. So SiZe has got no workers because they're all dead. But here, oh, now they're doing it. Now they're collecting. But I still slowed ExCaL down a bit, and he's only got 4 workers there on his main. And ExCal's just being denied the map control everywhere. And SiZe is now getting 1 oil. So ExCaL is under a lot of pressure here to actually make something happen. So far, he has been denied all the areas that he's contested, and he's basically just confined here to his main base. He needs to push out and take a position. Technical moving out down the right hand side now for ExCaL. Just going to pass the technical there for SiZe. ExCal's going to grab this position and try and set up a forward position, but I think SiZe might already be on it. Yeah, he is. This Toxin Tractor is just clearing up everything. No matter where ExCaL tries to garrison, the Toxin Tractor is already there. So yeah, manages to clear it up again. ExCaL is sending a Rebel over to the left side, but now SiZe with 2 oils, like you can kill all the workers in the world. But really, while SiZe has got the 2 oils, it's paying for pretty much replacing all of them workers. ExCaL realizes something needs to happen. These forward tunnels are not getting up, so he's actually just going to push down the right-hand side now with some Tox Scorpions. He needs to make something happen desperately. SiZe bringing in a technical. I imagine that might be a tech RPG. Yeah, it is. And SiZe is playing very, very well, to be fair. His micro seems on point strategically. His build order seems massively on point. And yeah, here with the GLA, the weaker army against the Tox, he is doing phenomenally well. ExCaL is managing to branch out and actually take a little bit more map control over here. He's dropping down a supply and a tunnel, so he is slowly getting himself up to a third expansion, but SiZe is already now on the Scorpion spam. He's only collecting on 3 workers there. So the problem with doing a really tight little box like that is sometimes the workers will either get pushed out or he's just not actually remembered to actually make more. But ExCaL does have a lot of Scorpions now. He's actually going to continue to press down this right-hand side. SiZe can just harass here with a Rebel, just a simple Rebel like that. But the last thing SiZe wants is for ExCaL to get properly on this Scorpion spam and collecting on a third. This is now looking more positive for ExCaL, but SiZe does bring in a bunch of RPGs. ExCaL's going to try and focus them down, but not hitting them properly. It does hit them now, but it doesn't matter though, because SiZe is still going to clear all this up, and ExCaL is up against the super tech there from SiZe as well. ExCaL does have the refinery, but SiZe has actually just crept forward with all of these tunnels until he's actually finally in ExCaL's base right next to his arms dealer. SiZe on a third as well, but SiZe has popped now, and this is a big problem for ExCaL. You can't just ignore that. It's not like he's just killing a tunnel. You can't just ignore that and go and fight somewhere else, because you're actually losing the key infrastructure here, which is your second arms dealer. And SiZe has got a Vet 2 RPG. Should have got the last hit there with something else, but Vet 2 RPG at this point in the game is still good because it takes down these Scorpions even quicker. But maybe a Vet 2 Scorpion would be slightly better if we're to nitpick a little bit there. So ExCaL does have control of pretty much this entire right side, plus the refineries. He's got them cheap tanks. But SiZe is now the one with the arms dealer production, which is a rare thing to see, actually, against someone like ExCaL. Usually ExCal's on, like, 2 or 3 arms dealers at all times. And that's usually ahead of the opposition, where they're usually, like, 1 arms dealer down compared to that. But yeah, SiZe is in a stupidly strong position here. Compared, there's only 1 defensive tunnel here now for ExCaL. If SiZe just pops with like 4 RPGs and 4 Scorpions or something, no matter what pops from there, he's going to have a real hard time. Yeah, a load of tanks backed up by a load of RPGs. ExCal's transitioning to terrorists to try and force this back, but SiZe can just now keep up the spam. And I think he might have done it. If he cracks this position, ExCal's going to be in a really bad position indeed. Terrorist here does require quite a bit of micro. Is ExCaL going to force fire the ground? No, it doesn't look like it, but it is forcing this back though. Just one terrorist. See, it killed 1 Scorpion there, so it's still worth it. Even for like 3 terrorists, it's still worth killing the Scorpion, I think. But SiZe just continuing to press now. That defensive tunnel has gone down. ExCaL might have the stronger Scorpions, but just against these superior numbers here from SiZe, that is legendary play there from SiZe. He just decided he wanted to take them 2 oils on the left, and he just did it. SiZe continues to press. All the Scorpions there have been wrecked. Arms dealer being hit now by the super tech. ExCaL surrenders and SiZe takes game number 1. That is really, really nice there from SiZe. Yeah, he just did a tunnel each on both of them oils on the left, which I think is kind of unexpected, and also sent a terrorist over to the left to help out with killing that tunnel or deny a worker. And I think ExCaL just went for his normal kind of build order, which was just drop a tunnel down on the left side and send a Rebel there to get an early oil cap. I don't know if he researched the capture upgrade or not. I'm probably guessing he did. Which would have sent him back even further because he wasn't able to. Yeah, he did, because he got the refinery on the right-hand side. Getting the refinery is still good, but ideally, if you go for an early oil build like that, you want to get the oil. So yeah, really well played there from SiZe. It takes the lead 1-0. Okay, jumping into the next game then. We have ExCaL now up in the north of Battle Plan, I believe this map is called, with the GLA Vanilla here in the purple color, in the north position. Down in the south, We have GLA Demolition this time for the big size, so it must be random versus random. I didn't actually read the full rules of this tournament, to be honest. Maybe they're choosing their factions. Let's see. They've chosen it here, but maybe they did it in and out. Yeah, maybe. We'll see as the game goes on. Yeah, down the south, we've got big size with the Demolition. Going for what looks to be like 3 supplies. It's a bit of a weird map, this, because you've got all of these crates here. Plus these, it can enable you to do the 3 supplies. ExCaL also doing the same there as well. The problem is, though, it's very difficult to box on this map. And every time I've tried it, the workers tend to doing weird things. Like sometimes, like you think they're all fine inside of there, but then they end up coming out and going for walks and all kind of weird things. I mean, maybe if he boxed that there now, it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. But every time I've tried to box, some weird stuff has happened on this map. Yeah, you can see it's not a perfect box. You see, like when that worker goes back like that, sometimes it might go outside. Yeah, not fully sure. ExCaL with a sneaky tunnel over here on this right-hand side. SiZe does have a tunnel right there, and his tunnel is more towards being complete. SiZe actually denied an ExCaL worker there and got himself a tunnel on the left. ExCaL looking under pressure already here, man. Is SiZe just on fire today? Just one of them days where SiZe's like, nope. Everything gonna go my way today. And he's got the weaker army here again, GLA Demolition. In the early game, at least, when it gets to the late game, demo bikes and that definitely will help a lot. This is a bad engagement now for SiZe. I think he's just clicked on it and then forgotten about it or something. Because ExCal's got himself a scrapped up tech now, which will be useful for killing all these workers. Is SiZe going to deny this or not, though? Technical just roaming around a little bit, but SiZe actually doing a bit of worker harassment himself. ExCaL has clicked off that for a second, though. Oh, he's gone to click on this one. Oh, does deny it. That would have been a killer tunnel as well. That really would have been a killer tunnel, because you'd have that position, that would be denied, and SiZe would be able to harass this all day long. And it looks like that tunnel over there for ExCaL did get denied. So SiZe has better map control. He has control of the left and control of the mid. Like, well and truly control of the mid. Nobody got control of the right so far. ExCaL now sending some technicals forward. Probably going to go for the worker crushers. SiZe doesn't pull any workers at all. Loses all of them on the left. Probably going to lose all these as well. And SiZe only got $75 now. Has he invested into the oil cap already? He has, actually. So he can still recover in the same manner that he did in the first one. But he's actually expanded to here, though. So he's still getting the income. But that's a misclick there from ExCaL. He should have been paying attention to that. That would have been really good. Killing all the workers there, all the workers on both of those, and all of there would have been really, really good. So yeah, needed to get a little bit more out of that. But ExCaL is only collecting on 3 workers there. Those got harassed a little bit. But SiZe, once he gets these oils, man, that's a lot of oils. So ExCal's under pressure now. He needs to make something happen in the mid. That rebel needs to be pulled back to here to force SiZe, to force ExCaL into a bad position. Tech RPG here from SiZe. Should have let the Scorpions go first, really, but I think he doesn't care too much about sacrificing stuff as long as he gets himself these oils. So he's got himself 2. And this position will be so hard to crack later when the tunnels are up combined with the artillery platforms. It will be next to impossible to crack for ExCaL unless he does some kind of legendary play. But ExCaL is in the base now with a super... Oh, no, not a super tech. Grenade tech still. Takes out another load of workers. I swear, if you just watch loads of GLA mirrors between these players, SiZe will lose the most workers. Probably by like 2 to 1. Something like that compared to the amount ExCaL will lose. So this technical is still running around, causing havoc. He's seen that SiZe is expanding to a 3rd arms dealer now. SiZe gets himself another oil. So ExCaL is against 4 oils and an artillery platform. ExCaL going to push out on the left. SiZe even expanding to a palace now as well. Only just dropped down his 3rd arms dealer. He's got his refinery as well. SiZe is literally... He's just on it, man. He's got everything. But ExCaL still being annoying, though, killing all these workers. And it is slowing down SiZe a lot. But you're going to have to keep that up all day long if you're going to deny the amount. They're bringing in 4K a minute. Yeah, and SiZe is the one on the Scorpions. Against the quads, they are going to have the best time of their lives. Not against that bunker, though. You want to stay away from that bunker. If SiZe can keep that alive, it will eventually kill the bunker even. Is he going to try and save it? Try a little bit, but it's gone down already. Over on the right, there is a worker there for ExCaL, but a Scorpion should shut that down. There is a Toxin Tractor here. Interestingly. I don't know if that will get there, though, because it's quite low. And the tunnel there probably will take it down. Yeah, it does go down. ExCaL does have a decent amount of Scorpions out himself. He did go for a box there, so actually that box has worked out. But you see how complicated of a box you have to do to make it actually work. Yeah, so ExCaL is definitely way up against it. 4 oils. SiZe is more advanced in terms of getting the palace. He's going to win this engagement here. SiZe as well. He's got more veterancy in these units, I think. ExCal's annoying technical looks like it will go down. Does go down as well. SiZe's going to get a ton of scrap here, and ExCaL is in a very bad way. SiZe is just he's just one of them days, I think. He's just like big sizes here, and that's it. Yeah, GG. Well played there to SiZe again. He took the map control from the beginning, just like in the first game actually, and then it was like the first game, but more extreme because SiZe managed to get 4 oils instead of 2. So yeah, well played again there from SiZe. Okay, so welcome to the third match. Up in the top left of Sand Scorpion this time, we've got ExCaL with the GLA Tox in the purple. Down at the bottom right, we've got SiZe with the GLA Tox in the orange. Interesting, it's all GLA. Maybe it's all GLA mirrors, I don't know. I should have checked the rules of the tournament. Maybe I'll read it at the end to figure out what we've actually been seeing. Professional commentating there for you. Down at the bottom right, SiZe is going for 2 supplies. As you would expect, ExCaL also dropping down 2 supplies. Both doing tunnel in the middle. SiZe is a little bit further behind, but we're talking by a couple of percent. I think that will make a difference because ExCaL will manage to put his RPGs back inside of the tunnel instantly. You should see him pop out and then go back in if he's paying attention. Yeah. Ooh, SiZe did it as well, though. Before ExCaL could even get a shot off, the RPGs there from SiZe were pulled as well. So very nice from him. So yeah, remember me saying before that they do next to no damage to each other? Like, SiZe's worker isn't even repairing that now. That's how little damage it's actually done. So they will be there for a while. ExCaL tried to force fire the ground to kill that. ExCaL has gone for a rebel on one of the oils. He's just playing it safe. He just wants to go for 1 oil. You can get that faster and then use that same rebel to capture the other ones later, rather than making like 4 rebels and sending them all over the place and getting it more delayed, and by that time they might actually get denied. So ExCaL is grabbing that one super quick. SiZe does have a better position over on this left hand side, and he's got a decent tech RPG to deny this from ExCaL. So already SiZe looking on form. Oh, as I say that, he does waste that technical. I mean, if SiZe gets that up, that's a big problem, man. ExCal's going to come in and try to deny it, but is he going to be able to get there in time? Brings his rebel. Okay, he denies it. He denies it. And ExCal's getting a position here on SiZe's oil. SiZe needs to bring that worker ASAP. He is doing. I think he's going to go and try and distract with this one. Meanwhile, actually finish that, and it looks like he might finish it 85%. That's going to be a difficult position to crack later on, but ExCaL is more ahead in terms of the oils. SiZe denies that one, but ExCaL is going to get probably the 2 at the top here. And SiZe has got a technical in his base to worry about. Yeah, more even this game, I feel. But SiZe has got SiZe has got a good chance of winning the middle engagement and the left-hand side islands, and that probably outweighs the top 2 oils. Yeah, but it does outweigh the top 2 oils, especially if SiZe is then able to TNT those oils later on. SiZe probably wants to scrap the night out, but he's losing all of his workers again. See what I mean about what I keep saying? SiZe will lose more workers. And ExCaL has lost what? How many times has the technical there from SiZe been in ExCal's base? I think it's been 0. And already we've had like 2 or 3 inside of SiZe's base. But SiZe has been on form and taking the map control. So yeah, they've got different strengths here. SiZe is taking the middle oil. He's taking his own oil. And he's dropped down a supply here. And he's killing ExCal's oil. This is a more interesting game for sure. Rather than SiZe just taking everywhere, ExCaL is definitely winning the top. He's got himself 3 oils in total. But SiZe needs to get his army numbers up, because this army's going to be pushing it. It looks like a massive blob of units, which it kind of is, but most of them are just RPGs and rebels. ExCaL now going to go and repair his oil. Defend it with these couple of tanks. Remember, yes, this is Tox Mirror, this one, so these RPGs will go down as well to the Scorpion rockets and to just the regular shells. But yeah, they can still dish out a lot of damage. They fire quite often. The Scorpions can go down, especially if he presses X like this. Picks off 1 unit and goes back. He's trying to just pick off them rebels, I think, isn't he, to make some terrorists? I think more terrorists here from SiZe is a good idea. He picks off that rebel, for sure. ExCaL is going to keep going in with the aggression. But SiZe has secured himself 3 supplies down here. It's just mission for SiZe is just hold. That's all SiZe has to do. But I'm not convinced he has actually that many tanks. Oh, as I say that, 4 tanks do pop from this tunnel. Quite a lot of them low, though, and only 2 have escaped so far. Now 3. ExCaL is here again with another bunch of Scorpions, and SiZe's main base here is under threat. Needs to drop down even more tunnels, I would say. And needs to keep up the Scorpion production as well. He's only got 1 arms dealer, whereas ExCaL, again, ahead in terms of the arms dealers. So SiZe just needs to hold. ExCaL needs to keep up the pressure, and he knows that. SiZe's got a decent amount of RPGs here now, but will they go down pretty quick? Yeah, 2 of them do. Another tunnel deployed for SiZe. I think he just needs a couple more, like 1 here at least. He's still making the terrorists, but now he's fully collected on here. He should have all the money in the world now. Just needs to hold. SiZe being annoying with a rebel. It is distracting ExCaL a little bit, and as ExCaL pressed double E on his units or something, he's going to potentially send them straight through. I think he has. That's a mistake there. They're going to go straight through the middle unless he pays attention. Okay, he does stop them eventually. But ExCaL again is the one under pressure. He needs to make something happen with these attacks, but SiZe is definitely stabilizing. He's spending all of his money, only got 1,000, despite having all these mental amounts of supplies. SiZe dropping down even more tunnels. Yeah, still a big blob of units for ExCaL. Kinda... I think SiZe has got enough to defend it, but it's still a decent army. It's still going to cause some decent damage. Oh, that terrorist, man. Oh, it bugged out a little bit there. I think even a second barracks from SiZe wouldn't actually be so bad. Just spam the terrorists everywhere. ExCal's going to go and try to hit this oil, but there are a decent amount of Scorpions here. Massive, massive explosions when these Scorpion rockets hit. Another terrorist there does go down. ExCaL continues to press into this army here of SiZe. Nice splash damage there, killing a lot of tanks, but there's going to be nice splash damage on those as well. Scorpion battles are always epic, man. Always epic. And the way the screen shakes as well. all of them Scorpions basically mutually assured destruction, wasn't it? They both killed each other. SiZe is ahead in terms of XP. It's on like 3,000 compared to 2,200 there of ExCaL. ExCaL now dropping down to CC. SiZe dropping down to CC. SiZe is on 3 extra supplies. And ExCal's on 1 extra oil. So that doesn't even out. ExCaL really wants to kill this oil, but against all these Scorpions and these RPGs, it looks like SiZe is just on fire with these GLA mirrors, man. Yeah, he has been spamming, not over recent weeks. Like I say, activity's gone down a bit. But he has played over the months, at least, over the last 6 months or 12 months. He has played a lot of GLA mirrors against Boyka. Maybe that is coming in handy here, because he is looking hard to crack today. And ExCal's Scorpions here do not really stand a chance against those RPGs. The tides have turned here, really. Because it was ExCal's big attack coming before, but now SiZe has got this monstrous army. Now all these tunnels are in danger of being pushed back. So SiZe has held. Palace is up now for SiZe. Palace is up for ExCaL. It's got a nice little cute base going on, ExCaL has. First market is even up for ExCaL. He doesn't have workers' shoes just yet. His few RPGs here are going to get cleared up. SiZe also dropping down some markets, but he's dropping down 2 at a time because he's just got this crazy amount of money. He's on in total 1, 2, 3, 4 supplies in total. So SiZe might lose this oil finally now. Let's see. He's sending more stuff there to defend it. Needs to bring another worker. ExCaL is already on buggies, but SiZe at the moment doesn't care because only 1 buggy is only going to chip away at this very, very slowly. SiZe getting the bounty money. ExCaL also getting the bounty money. Looks like he might be getting a higher level of it. Could get an awful lot for killing one of them Scorpions. But ExCaL is losing map control, and SiZe has surrounded the base here with a massive line of tunnels. And I think ExCaL might be just up against an impossible task. Now SiZe is fully established on all these supplies and got 50 markets, apparently. You don't want to take any risks this game's size. Just build 50 markets. But yeah, the danger is if you invest all your money into markets and you don't actually got any buggies out yourself, then SiZe could still lose his base here because these buggies can outrange all of this all day. So yeah, I imagine at least like this chunk of the base is going to go down here. DeadMan's is out, snipes one of the buggies. One tunnel there does go down. RPG's going to chase this away for now. There's no DeadMan's here for ExCaL just yet. Yeah, if there was a DeadMan's, ExCaL would be able to push deeper. You always want to be able to push deeper. But SiZe actually going for battle buses. What he could do, he's probably either planning to flank these, like when the buggies are down here, come in with the battle buses and trap them against the side of the map, or he can just actually go into the main base with some battle buses. Maybe he's got some Scorpions as well, and maybe just do an attack there. That palace has got nothing inside of it. Oh, he is coming in with the battle bus, but he's coming in from the wrong angle, really. Yeah, I think that was poorly executed there from SiZe. Really, you want to get him trapped against the side of the map. That's probably the worst place you can take the engagement. But he is trying to save that oil, though, to be fair. But I think even a counter-attack and killing that palace would have been better than that. Let that oil die and go into the main base, because then you forced ExCaL to come back here. So I don't think that oil is going to be able to be saved anyway. But ExCaL has not killed it. He's actually made an error there, really. I think he thinks he's killed it, but not. There's a battle bus heading over to ExCal's oil. Maybe he's sidetracked by that. currently hiding behind the oil. Has eventually go down and has not taken out the oil, but it has allowed now SiZe to get in a better position across his side of the river. ExCaL now bringing the worker army. But SiZe just has way too much at this point. He's doing that thing again where he just floats 15k. He knows he's won. And yeah, ExCaL knows it too. Yeah, SiZe just had way too many supplies for way too long. 3-0 there for Big SiZe. Very, very comfortable win so far. Very, very strong performance by him. It's looking like a tough cookie to crack today, at least. Okay, so welcome to the next map. We're actually on Combat Island. Don't see this a hell of a lot. Or we've seen it a couple of times, but not a hell of a lot on this channel. We've got ExCaL now with the GLA Demolition in the purple. And down in the bottom left, we've got Big SiZe with the GLA Stealth. So SiZe has got the army advantage here. You've got cheaper technicals, you've got stealth tunnels, and you've got cheaper quads. Those things combined... And you got cheaper buggies by 900, I think. Yeah, cheaper buggies by 900. Those things combined usually get you the win. I know demo bikes and demo ambush, scud launchers, your scud storms are stronger. I know those things are good too, but they're usually outweighed in the early game by those things I mentioned. And usually I would pick. You would always pick stealth really to beat demo. ExCaL dropping down a tunnel in the middle. So yeah, we haven't really seen this map, but in the middle it's highly detailed. I'm actually struggling to see what's going on, but look at the detail on that, man. I've never even seen that building in 0 before. But yeah, you've got a nice little village, city, market thing going on here. You've got an oil here, oil there, and there. So there's 4 oils in the middle in total. You've got these flanking supplies, plus this massive supply in the middle, 30k there. I like these sunken supplies. You see how it's just like slightly above ground. I like that. I think it looks better. Tunnel for ExCaL down in the south. SiZe has this tunnel position, but he's actually not fought for the middle this time, which allows ExCaL there to get a quick third. And I think this is a TNT from ExCaL. SiZe seems to be on it, but I'm not sure but he's going to be able to stop it. He is going for it. He's going to go for it. A bit risky that with all those technicals and that toxin tractor there, but he gets it. He gets the arms dealer there off SiZe. That's a good hit. Taking away a 2.5k building at that stage in the game is good, and it's what Demolition needs, actually. Let's face it. Demolition needs that, because of those advantages I talked about before. So now ExCaL's going to have the unit advantage now, because he's able to still produce on his arms dealer while SiZe has to now remake it. If that's another TNT, man. No, it's not. It's just an empty technical. But he's not going to be able to get in and kill anything, apart from that one worker that's standing outside. How is SiZe doing this? Is ExCaL not in one of these buildings? Why isn't ExCaL in one of them buildings? Was it the toxin tractor? Maybe it was the toxin tractor again. SiZe on this toxin tractor, man. It's got to be that, hasn't it? Because ExCaL should have been in one of those buildings. SiZe was going for an oil cap there. It's denied. ExCaL has another supply up here in the top. He's bringing all of them workers. Some of them very slowly because they are injured. The detail on these buildings, man. Why aren't these used in normal 0? Look at that. SiZe somehow turning things around and actually now pressuring ExCaL's base. It's a huge tech RPG push. SiZe does need to get out of there. Oh, he doesn't want to leave any man behind, but therefore loses the technical and loses 5 guys. Instead of just the 1 RPG. Should have just got out of there, in fact. Another TNT being prepared by ExCaL. SiZe has his arms dealer back up, and ExCaL's actually done another TNT there on this supply. Very nice. Missed that whilst the action was going on. SiZe now grabbing 1 oil in the middle. ExCaL is going to be on 3 arms dealers again. He's dropping down another supply down in the south of the map. Technical from the top. And a push here from ExCaL on the south position. Is that going to be another TNT? Because if it isn't, if it hits between there, which I think it potentially could. He's not going to play it risky. He's just going to go for the arms dealer. Hits the arms dealer. Again. So he's killed 2 arms dealers and that 1 supply, which is massive really. You can see the lead in terms of the XP there. Yeah, has ExCaL just forgotten about this position, or is he just waiting a second until SiZe is out of position and then we'll push in with this? Or he's just waiting for reinforcements? He's bringing another 2 now. Don't think SiZe has seen this yet, but he's about to though when this worker heads over there. Yeah, it does now. Yeah, SiZe needs to hold on to that supply really. I think he's quite considerably behind if this tunnel and that supply goes down. SiZe really needs to get that tunnel up and hold this position. He's dropping down another tunnel. Ooh, he tried to drop down another tunnel, but instant shot there from ExCaL's quad. And SiZe is still all over the place despite these amazing TNTs here from ExCaL. SiZe has that oil as well. And that oil's gone down. That oil belongs to no one, I believe. ExCaL is bringing in a massive attack. Quads and RPGs are the units of choice. He's not gone for Scorpions. Remember, his quad cannons cost more, $50 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like, what, $500 more for his ground army than the equivalent there of SiZe. SiZe has got a hijacker. Big attack here from ExCaL. SiZe pops again and looks like he might be able to hold it. He's losing a lot, but ExCaL also losing a lot. ExCaL continues to press, and he's got more quad cannons alive now and taking the advantage in this major battle. Hijacker comes in from SiZe, takes the strong quad. A TNT comes in from ExCaL, hits that tunnel, and I think ExCaL has cracked this position. Only just, but he has cracked it, and especially with the help of that TNT there, the few units of SiZe that came out actually got hit straight away. But even if SiZe had held on for those few extra seconds, 1 arms dealer against the 3 arms dealers there of ExCaL, you have to question whether SiZe could hold it for much longer than more than a few seconds. ExCaL now dropping down a palace at the top of the map, 20%. There's another hijacker out for SiZe. Oh, he got run over. He got run over totally by accident. Got run over. And SiZe throws in the towel. GG. That was well played by ExCaL there with the weaker army for once. So he's had the stronger army most of the times, but seemingly lost to the stronger army. But then when he had the weaker one, he just put on that aggression. Amazing TNTs, 3 arms dealer spam, and then correct that position. And yeah, SiZe takes his first loss there, 3-1. But SiZe only needs 1 more, remember? It's the best of 7 for this final. Okay, jumping into the next match. Here we are on Snowy Drought this time. Up in the north, we've got ExCaL with the Gillet Stealth in the purple. And then all the way down the south, we've got Big SiZe with the Gillet Stealth in the orange. So I just quickly checked the rules, and actually at the finals of this tournament is Gillet mirrors. So you have to be able to win with each of the sub-factions of Gillet. So you might win one with Gillet Vanilla, then one with Stealth, one with Tox, one with Demo. You have to win, and that's how you make up your 4 wins. So obviously SiZe needs to get a final win here with the Stealth, because so far I think he's won with the other factions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I should have checked that at the beginning, but yeah, it seems like it's all going to be Gillet mirrors here. At least in this finals, I think some of the previous rounds had like China and the USAs, so you would have to win with all 4 of the USAs or all 4 of the Chinas. But yeah, in this particular one, for the finals, it's Gillet mirrors, which usually are long games, but so far, considering we've had 4 Gillet mirrors already, it's actually been not crazy. We haven't had any Scud Storms out, which which tells you something, doesn't it? So ExCaL with a forward position over here, but SiZe has now killed that enemy worker and took a chunk of HP off that. And I think that's because ExCaL didn't have a tunnel in his main base.
Just get me in close.
Yo, Yuri, welcome to the channel. Ooh. Oh, it's a terrorist actually from SiZe. Yeah, he wins that engagement there. Important engagement. We've got a SiZe worker up in the top middle of ExCaL's base. ExCaL again going for the worker harassment. Important to know what I've mentioned in previous games. So SiZe has boxed this area. It's a nice little box because that only costs $125 to box that. And SiZe is not on a third. Instead, he's actually focused on building quad cannons. But interesting to note is that that worker there hasn't been spotted by ExCaL yet. ExCaL going for his oil and refinery. It's technical playing hide and seek at the moment. Is ExCaL going to scrap the night? He does. Tunnel now being deployed for ExCaL. Let's see if he can even see that position.
A warrior has fallen.
He can. I think he can. I think he can on the edge. Yeah, I think he can. But he's been denied that tunnel. And yeah, that tunnel could cause some problems because this tunnel here for ExCaL is out of position. If it was like there, then okay, that might be able to hold. But the fact SiZe has invested in so many quads already, and now this is already pressuring ExCaL's main base. SiZe tunnel. That is a pure example of a SiZe tunnel. And already now it looks like this arms dealer is going to go down. ExCaL is now forced into an engagement because he can't risk losing that arms dealer. There's a lot of RPGs here for ExCaL, but SiZe comes in with a technical, goes for the crush. Only gets a crush on a few, but the quad cannons here for SiZe, just too many in their numbers. And ExCaL has been caught out, produced just less than 4 minutes into the game, taking down the arms dealer. And I don't know if that's recoverable there. ExCaL has now dropped down a few more tunnels. SiZe focusing down the supply. SiZe expanded to a third. He's getting his oil in refinery. And SiZe just not messing around. He doesn't want to play that longer game when ExCaL gets up to like 3 arms dealers. Just did a SiZe tunnel. Hijacker comes in. But even that quad cannon goes down. Tunnel there goes down. Barracks being hit. And yeah, it's just that ExCaL went for more of an eco boom, going for the 3 arms dealers. ExCaL GG's out. That's well played there to SiZe. ExCaL went for a more eco boom, going for the 3 supplies quick, and SiZe just did a SiZe tunnel and spammed loads of quads. And that's the difference. You can get a few more quads out earlier because he also had a tunnel in his base quicker, so he just focused on building the quads. And yeah, he just produced more units, did he? It says units created 47 to 46, but SiZe, a lot of them were RPGs. Maybe they count towards that from tunnels. Maybe there was more tunnels for ExCaL, but SiZe just had a key tunnel in a key position, invested in all them quads early on, and closed out a game. A GLA mirror against ExCaL in less than 4.5 minutes is definitely well played. So SiZe wins that tournament. I believe the first place prize there was $70, and second place prize was $50. So it wasn't actually that big of a difference between first and second. I do think there probably should be a bit of a bigger gap, to be honest. Maybe something like 90 and 50 or something like that. I just think if there's not that big of a difference, like $20 in it, does it matter so much? But yeah, well played here to SiZe. Nice GLA mirrors. He gets to win with all 4 of the GLAs. And yeah, that last game is just like, it seems so straightforward, doesn't it? Just send a tunnel into the enemy base, pop a load of quads and win the game. But yeah, only SiZe can pull it off. So yeah, GG, well played. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and see you in the next one.